Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years. Tammy and I, we want to talk about what we're planning to do, but also I wanted to initiate with a little bit of a beginning, to get a little bit of a reminder on our industry. But the key here is to really grow your business, whatever business you focus on.
Because what goes down always goes back up. And it's just about being patient through the process and riding through the tough times. But through those tough times, I have to admit, Chris, that we've learned a ton of skills through these tough times that we wouldn't have learned or wouldn't have taken the time to learn had we had been continually traveling like we were traveling. So I'm grateful we were able to expand our knowledge and skills on social media, through the platforms, email marketing stuff that we're up to now. And so there's so many skills that we've all learned. And we must be grateful, honestly, for all these things and focus on the good rather than the bad, right? And let's move forward. That's the way we build. And I was listening to a gentleman this week, and I don't follow too many people because I don't have a lot of time to do that. But this one guy in particular, he's quite sharp in the industry for a long, long time. But he was talking about 2024 and the highest paying professions in 2024, according to the US News: doctors, pilots, and network marketers. Imagine, that it's being shared out there. So I think it's totally awesome. It's an incredible profession for the average person. I call myself an average person who have made decisions 20, whatever, I forget how many years now, it's been so long that, I wanted to be a professional in the network marketing space. And that has totally changed everything. And if you look at doctors and pilots, they're always going to make great money, but let's face it, most people can't afford to start up. Can't afford the cost, number one, which is massive, $91K to $157K and up for their trainings. They would have to give up a job because they'd have to be able to study full time. That means their spouse would have to step up in their game, and there would be a lot of stuff going on in the household. 4 years for a pilot, 10 to 14 years for a doctor. Where network marketing, obviously you choose. Most people will come in and they're not going to give up their careers. They're going to come in and they're going to do it part-time. And the best thing to do is serious part-time. So you build your lifestyle up through your profits. And when your profits are bigger than your wages, then some people like us had made decisions I literally sold my traditional business. Chris walked away from the corporate world and came into this profession full time, and we have not looked back. It's been an incredible ride, and I would never go back and get a job. I would do whatever it takes to make it happen to stay focused in network marketing because it's such a great profession. So we're really going to focus on skyrocketing, you guys. If you're serious about making a change in 2024, it's time to let go and take that big step up and 10x it in the next 30 days. Because the only way to go into momentum, and Chris and I have learned that over many years, is we always go into momentum when we go into a campaign, when we go into a drive, when we go into a 90-day segment. 90 days are awesome. We continuously work on ourselves, and that's never going to change because the world is evolving, and you guys are all seeing it. Just in the last, how many years? 3, 4 years? It's been crazy. And, at my age, I know some of you can relate. It's like, oh, another thing to learn. But we got to stay in the game. We got to stay active in the game, or we're going to get left behind. And I don't want to get left behind in business. I want to be able to evolve, right? And to be an example. I'm always about being example to our kids and our grandkids. I think that's really, really important, is to set that example in every way, in mindset, in posture, in finances, in creating that. If you're not willing to do it for yourself, think about your grandchildren or kids. That's a different mindset right there. If you're not willing to do it for yourself, to wake up tomorrow morning and do whatever it takes for you, do it for the next generations. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be tough for them. It's going to be really tough. So Chris and I have always like, oh my gosh, we gotta build for the next generation. That's why we don't slow down. Maybe we should slow down a little bit, but we don't, because we keep thinking about what way we're going to be able to leave behind.
The legacy.
The legacy, and creating that financial abundance. Real estate is a very, very big focus for us, is to have assets for them to be able to not sell when we pass away, but to be able to continue on and having this passive income coming in through rentals, right? So that's our big, big, big goal. You have to have a big goal. Your vision has to be absolutely huge for you to get up tomorrow morning, regardless whether you want to get up at these hours. I'm telling you, I got up for the first time, getting up super early. I got comfortable in 2023. I was one of those people that I don't want to be where I am in 2024 and 2023. I'm just calling it out and saying what as it is. And so to be able to do that, we need to run, and we need to run at a different pace. We got to get up a little bit earlier, even if we don't feel like it. Just hop in the shower, wake yourself up, do whatever it takes, jump up and down a few times, and just spend 1 hour of constant talking to new people.